طالب. صبيا كان شجاعا عثمان بن عفان، حكيما وله سلام عمر الفاروق، حكم فعدل فأمن أبا بكر الصديق. These are the men who fought for freedom. These are the men who carried the beauty, had to push away the demons even though they were persecuted. They were closest to the greatest man, born to lead us through rain and storm, change the world through peace and love. طلع البدر على أمتنا من ثانية فتحوا بسم الله. I'm just grateful enough for their care and their love. I'm just grateful enough, praising إيمان high up. خديجة آمنت بوحي نزل أمانة، حليمة السعدية أم ولها حنانة، فاطمة الزهراء بنت رسول هداية، عائشة الجليلة. These are the women who sacrificed life and took the world right by surprise. I pray my mother, my daughter, my wife emulates them and reach new heights. These are the women who led the line, perfect lives for the perfect price. I pray to God that I'm certified. طلع البدر على أمتنا من ثانية فتحوا بسم الله. I'm just grateful enough for their care and their love. I'm just grateful enough, praising إيمان high up. طالع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع، وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داعي. طالع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع، وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داعي. طالع البدر على أمتنا من ثانية فتحوا بسم الله. I'm just grateful enough for their care and their love. I'm just grateful enough, praising Iman high up, praising Iman high up, praising Iman high up, praising Iman high up, praising Iman high up.
Hola, assalamu alaikum, and hello to all the listeners out there. You're listening to Daily with Namada, which host Namada Ahmed. Inshallah, I hope you had an incredible week, like with the hot weather, especially today, June 13, for anyone's listening in the future. June 13, 2021 is today's date. And inshallah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. So this week's episode, I'll be continuing my series of the 99 Names of Allah's series that I'm doing on my podcast, and then I'm also going to be talking about gardening. This is actually an idea that I kind of picked up from one of the participants from the Human Satanic show, Zahra. I don't know if you're listening, but salam to you. You kind of gave me the idea, so shout out to you. She talked about it on in the Yom Satanic show that I do on Saturdays 3 to 4 p.m, replays 4 to 5 p.m, on Tuesdays on Radio Dawn, 107.6 FM. That's where I'm a co-host on. And she talked about gardening and tips and that, and she gave me the idea of it, so I decided to talk about it on this week's episode. So yeah, I hope you guys are going to be tuning for that. And yeah, let's get on with the episode. So it's now the time of the 99 names of Allah's du'as. No, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's du'as. Segment series. You know what I meant that I'm doing for my podcast at the moment. So the names that we have learned so far are Allah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Al-Malik, Al-Qudus, As-Salam, Al-Mu'min, Al-Mahini, Al-Azim, Al-Jibril, Al-Mutakabbir, Al-Khaliq, Al-Bari, Al-Musawwi, and Al-Ghafur. So the names that we're going to learn to this week's episode are Al-Qahar, Al-Wahhab, Al-Razzaq. So yeah, those are the names we're going to learn, and So the first one we're going to learn is number 15, which is Al-Qahar, which is the all substance, the ever domiciliation, and all professional one. Al-Qahar. So Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah Al-Qahar, we know you overpower everything. So here are 3 words that we can use for Al-Qahar. Bismillah. Ya Al-Qahar, make us of those who bow to you in Islam and adorn us with apprehension of you. Ameen. Ya Al-Qahar, aid us to surrender our hearts and actions to you only. Make us ponder your power, abandon our sins, and be kind to the weak. Ameen. And the last one for Al-Qahar is Ya Al-Qahar, let us feel peace and serenity when we bow our head with humbleness in sujood. Ameen. So Ameen. So that was Al-Qahar. The next one I'll be giving you to as well is Al-Wahhab, which is the giver of gifts, and the supreme bestower. Al-Wahhab. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah Al-Wahhab, we know you are the giver of all givers, the one who's generous in giving plenty without returns. So here are 5 words you can use for Al-Wahhab. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya Al-Wahhab, make us of those who are grateful for your gifts and use them to please you. Ameen. Ya Al-Wahhab, adore us with love for you. Ameen. Ya Al-Wahhab, give us from your mercy that overwhelm us in this present world and the world that's going to come, and the world to come. You are the best giver of gifts. Ameen. Ya Al-Wahhab, make us pound your gifts, inspire us to give gifts to others, and be merciful upon your creation. Ameen. And the last one is Ya Al-Wahhab, I seek protection from the remove of all the gifts and blessing you have been bestowed me with and being ungrateful for the gifts you have blessed me with. Ameen. So Ameen. So that was Al-Wahhab. And the last one I'll be talking about is, which is number 17, Ar-Razim, which is ever providing, the Sultanian, and the Al-Provider. Ar-Razim. So here are 4 words you can use for Ar-Razim. Bismillah. Allah Ar-Razim, we know you are the one and only provider. Ya Al-Razim, make us of those who are contact which you provision, guides us to work hard and use your revision wisely. Ameen. Ya Ar-Razim, lead us into deeds that increase your risks and enter us to your garden by your rahmah, so we can enjoy the best of your provision. Ameen. Ya Al-Razim, let us be grateful for the provision you have provided us with that we don't even deserve. Ameen. And the last one is Ya Razim, let us spend in your name with the provision you have provided us with, like the health, wealth, family, job, the education, all that. Ameen. So that was Ar-Razim, and Jazakallah khair for listening to the dua segment, laying out the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name duas series. Inshallah, I hope you enjoy it. You've been listening, and inshallah you have learned a dua too, so you can impact it to your daily prayers, the 5 times your namaz and your prayer. So now I'm gonna play you guys a beautiful note, which is called Lappe Di Heduaban Kedemana Mary, and this is, I know there's a few versions out there, but this is sung by a friend of mine. Her name's called Amara Kiani, and I did play her other Nasheed Gamarud before, so I decided to play her very first one on the podcast. This was released all the way in 2019, I think it's October she released this. I'll leave the Nasheed down below, as well as her Nasheed account on Instagram, right down below in the description. And inshallah, I hope you guys enjoy it. And once I come back, we're gonna talk a little bit about gardening. And yeah, until then, I'll see you guys after the night break.
जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी जिंदगी शम्मा की सूरत हो खुदाया मेरी लब पे आती है दुआ करके तमन्ना मेरी लब पे आती है दुआ करके तमन्ना मेरी
Hola, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Daily with Namana, which has Namana Arbet. Inshallah, I hope you guys enjoy that beautiful note, which is Lape Adi Hedu Lape Adi Hedu Ban Kedamanna Mary, sung by Markiari. I leave the nasheed, leave the note and her Instagram down below, in case I know you guys want to follow her. And yeah, so now I'll be talking about a bit about gardening. So what is some tips about it, and hopefully you'll implement it into your day-to-day life. So until then, let's go on with the next bit. So what is gardening? So gardening is like a way to grow like plants in general in your area of your garden. So examples for it are like trying to think of something like flowers, vegetables, fruit. So I know people have apples, strawberries, berries. I know people have daisies in their garden. There are so many. Vegetable wise, you can have the cucumber, tomato, you can have loads of this. Like garden, like it can be just flowers, or it could be like fruit orchards. Because myself, I've got an apple tree, and my next door neighbour, they have like a berry tree. So we can collect each other's like stuff. And I know one of my other neighbours, they have like a bigger apple tree and some other stuff. So this has been going wrong for a long time. Like people from the ancient days used it. Like they used forest gardening, which is basically gardening, putting stuff on the ground, but into trees and that, which happened in the prehistoric times, and it carried on ever since. Like the Middle Age. This is a decade for gardens for the aesthetic purposes. So the people have herbs in their garden. In churches, I know a few mosques have a little garden. Even cotton gardens happen. Like cotton garden happened. Came out in the Elizabeth time, which they organized a local stores for herbs and fruit. One of them came around was the Black Death in 1340s, where so many labourers people died, and that's how small cottage with personal gardens happened. The 1800s had bigger space with grass and like a newer style. Even now, like people hang up hanging baskets, not balls, hanging baskets outside. Even indoors, you can have house plant, flowers. So the natural is here. You can have natural planting, which is basically outdoor version. And even people who have flowers or try to garden some fruit, veg, can look at them and just like water them and say you're doing an amazing job of it. So I'm just gonna give you a few tips on gardening. So number 1, so I'm going to give you at least a few facts. So I'm not going to say how many, but yeah. So number 1, learn how to plant. Planting your plant properly will enable them to grow well and live for a long time. Make sure you take time to prepare the soil before planting and to weed as well. Weed is basically just sorting out any long bits in your soil area. And then if you're unsure how to plant anything, you can search it online. So like how to plant a flower or a sunflower, for example. So they will give you instructions. If you plant it wrong, the death for the plant will go quicker, but if you plant it properly, then it will be longer. Number 2, feed and water your plants regularly. If you know how to water your plants, between living when and how to water plants is the difference between living and dying. General rule: water the root ball than the plant. So basically, a leaf. Don't water just the leaf bit. Where the soil is, try to put some most of the water there, as the root can adapt to like soak up the water and make the plants grow more. That's what I understand. I try to do it. I try to soak up the where the roots are every week. So have once a week. So maybe every Saturday, maybe every Thursday or every Friday is that day where you can water all the plants in the roots, so like in the soil area. Soak it up, so then it will generally makes it better basically. I tried to just in terms of feeding them. Sometimes people feed their plants and never really feed them. I'm not sure, but if you are, try to feed them try to feed them every fortnight, so every 2 weeks, not a week, in spring and summer. But you can feed more if you need it, but yeah. Number 3, start small. So you can plant just one flower, or you can put a pot of flowers outside, but try to have small things first, and then over time you can have more than one thing. You get what I mean? Yeah. I think it's number 5, not too sure, but there's one more after this. Keep an eye on pests. So there's like a small thing, like it's like with black dots. Most of them has them. That doesn't really do harm for the plant and can be left alone. However, there are some like population of them which are affected, so you may need to keep an eye on them, and you don't want slugs or snails or any nasty bugs coming to get your plants eaten. So just try and keep an eye on them. And then the last one in general is like enjoy yourself in your garden, because you're outside, you're having the fresh air, you can just have fun and just try to keep tidy where you're gardening. So it could be have flowers in a pot, or have a section where you do your gardening. For me, near the top of my garden, we have a shed, but we also have a garden area. That's where we keep all the flowers and fruit and vegetable stuff, and it's just quite nice to have some gardening. Yeah, that's some tips of you guys. I hope you guys a bit about gardening. Just remember, I'm not professional. I research all these myself. It takes me a very long time just to research. Well, it doesn't really take me that long sometimes, but when there's a topic that I don't know much, then I try to research a little bit. But yeah, inshallah, I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, Jazakallah for listening to this week's episode of Daily with Namana, which is Namana FA. I hope you guys have an incredible week. Stay blessed, stay awesome, keep smiling. Remember, practice makes progress. That's my motto. Stay tuned for next week, as is a very special topic. And I'm not going to give anything away, but I'm just saying. Yeah, until then, I'll see you guys next Sunday with a new episode. Until then, Allah Hafiz, and peace out for now. Bye.
Oh yeah. علي ابن طالب صبيا كان شجاعا، عثمان ابن عفان حكيما وله سلام، عمر الفاروق حكم فعدل فأمن، أبا بكر الصديق. These are the men who fought for freedom. These are the men who carried the beauty, had to push away the demons, even though they were persecuted. They were closest to the greatest man, born to lead us through rain and storm, change the world through peace and love. طلع البدر على أمتنا من ثانية فتحوا بسم الله. I'm just grateful enough for their care and their love. I'm just grateful enough, praising إيمان high up. خديجة آمنت بوحي نزل أمانة، حليمة السعدية أم ولها حنانة، فاطمة الزهراء بنت رسول هداية، عائشة الجليلة. These are the women who sacrificed life and took the world right by surprise. I pray my mother, my daughter, my wife emulates them and reach new heights. These are the women who led the line, perfect lives for the perfect price. I pray to God that I'm certified. طلع البدر على أمتنا من ثانية فتحوا بسم الله. I'm just grateful enough for their care and their love. I'm just grateful enough, praising إيمان high up. طالع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع، وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داعي. طالع البدر علينا من ثنيات الوداع، وجب الشكر علينا ما دعا لله داعي. طالع البدر على أمتنا من ثانية فتحوا بسم الله. I'm just grateful enough for their care and their love. I'm just grateful enough, praising Iman high up, praising Iman high up, praising Iman.